has called for the release of detainees and the restoration of democracy in Myanmar after the military seized power yesterday morning, leading to a wave of condemnations of the coup from world leaders. UN Secretary General Antonio Guterres condemned the detention of Aung San Suu Kyi, President Win Myint and other political leaders, and expressed grave concern at the transfer of powers to the military. Good morning, I am Bipashna Tamang and these are the headlines of the hour. Heads of the upper and lower houses dragged into dispute regarding the recommendations made for Constitutional Council. Former commissioners say the upcoming midterm elections highly unlikely under the current political circumstances. US President Joe Biden threatens to reinstate sanctions in Myanmar after the country's military seized power. The United Nations and the UK also condemned the coup. And FIFA President Gianni Infantino assures World Cup matches will be played in full stadiums in Qatar next year. FIFA to launch COVID awareness campaign during this month's Club World Cup in Doha. The ruling Nepal Communist Party has been divided regarding the resolution of the House of Representatives. However, now the dispute has found its way between the heads of both the lower and upper houses of the federal parliament. Chairman of the National Assembly Ganesh Timilsina has expressed objections over Speaker Agni Sapkota's move to return the recommendation letter for the appointment of officials for the Constitutional Council. We have more in this report.
Speaker Agni Sapkota has sent back the original documents of the controversial decision regarding the recommendations of officials at various constitutional bodies to the Constitutional Council on Sunday. However, organizing a press meet on Monday, Chairman Ganesh Timilsina not only objected the Speaker's move, but also alleged him of violating the constitutional provisions of the bicameral federal parliament system. Chairman Timilsina said that the sole decision of the Speaker to send back the recommendations of the Constitutional Council was contrary to the Constitution. It's rare to see the heads of both the houses of the federal parliament falling in the counter-argument. Constitution experts opine that the current dynamics between the heads of both the houses in the wrangling of the ruling party is against the sentiment of the Constitution. The Constitutional Council recommended the appointments of office bearers on 15th of December following the amendment of the ordinance of the Constitutional Council Act. However, Speaker and Constitutional Council member Sapkota did not attend the meeting because of the factional arguments within the ruling party. Given the scenario, the recent dispute sparked between the two heads of the neutral body has invited further political chaos and uncertainty in the country.
The Election Commission has failed to come up with the election schedule while the works of party registration and tender calls for the procurement of election materials are pending as well. As it takes at least 90 days for preparations, experts have opined the chances of holding the elections on the said months of April and May are low. We have more in this report.
Prime Minister KP Sharma Oli, addressing a program in Dhanusa on Monday, reiterated that the election dates would not be rescheduled under any circumstances. The Election Commission, meanwhile, was engaged in dwelling with its former commissioners regarding the election procedures as less than 90 days remain until the poll dates. However, the Election Commission has neither called for party registration nor moved forward the procurement of necessary materials to hold the elections on the announced dates. Former commissioners opine it is highly unlikely to hold the elections given the scenario and hinted towards the possibility of rescheduling the election dates if the Supreme Court upholds the dissolution of the House of Representatives. During the meeting, the former office bearers also said the Election Commission cannot move ahead alone as the intra-party disputes of the ruling party are yet to be settled, while the case filed against the dissolution of the House of Representatives is still under consideration at the Apex Court. Experts opine that it would be difficult for the Election Commission to hold the elections on the stipulated dates as it has so far failed to take decisions regarding necessary election preparations and finalizing the legitimacy of the Nepal Communist Party.
The Nepal Army took out a parade displaying its fleet of armoured vehicles by circling the ring road in Kathmandu last night. The parade with military armoured vehicle started from Sitapala at 10 last night and went through Maharajganj and circled the entire ring road. Nepal Army spokesman Santosh Pallav Podal stated that information regarding the fleet of armoured vehicles circling the ring road last night was given through Twitter handle earlier. The message was provided in Twitter handle in advance so that rumours would not be spread given the political crisis that has gripped the country in recent days. It was also informed that similar parades displaying armoured vehicles would be carried out in other parts of the country tomorrow. Although the Nepal Army has said that this is just a normal exercise, it has been taken as a meaningful move by the Army at a time when the House of Representatives has been dissolved, creating political turmoil in the country. In our Public Voice segment, we had asked the local residents in Bhutan district what is the reason behind the lack of democracy within the political parties. Let's take a look at what they had to say.
Public Voice.
राजनीतिक दलहरुमा त एउटा सरकार बनाउनको लागि जसलाई नेतृत्व गराएर पठाउँछौं उले पनि पार्टी अनुशासन मानेर काम गर्न पर्छ भन्ने लाग्छ
उहाँ हुनुमा एउटा अनुशासन हुन आवश्यक देख्छु मैले अनुशासन अलिकति नभएको हो कि जस्तो पनि मलाई एउटा अनुभव हामी एउटा जनताहरुमा अनुभव एउटा अनुशासन नभएको हो कि भन्ने कुरा पनि एउटा हामी देख्छौं
हामी कहाँ राजनीतिक संस्कार अझै पनि एउटा परिपक्व रूपमा विकसित नहुनु हो र अलिकति राजनीति भित्र के हो भने एउटा स्वार्थ समूहहरु बढी देखिए पदको चाहिँ हैन त्यो झगडाले गर्दा आन्तरिक लोकतन्त्र एउटा कमजोर भएको छ
नेताहरुमा हाम्रो सरकारमा बस्ने नेताहरुमा एउटा एकताको भावना भएन
Time now for our segment Public Pulse, where you text us with your opinion.
Public Pulse.
And here's the question. What's your say on the increase in bad debts of banks despite the ease in policy? Your options are option A, effect of pandemic, option B, problem in internal good governance, and option C, non-compliant businessmen. The voting is on. Type any WS, select your option A, B or C and send it to 34001 to share your opinion with us. And that's all for the moment. Our next English bulletin will be at 6 this evening. Thank you for watching. Have a good day.